Hi, in this clip I'm going to show you how to play Glitter Ballz, the last piece in the Grade 2 Rockschool guitar book. I'll play through it with the backing track first of all. I'll then give you a few pointers on things you need to look out for when you're actually performing the piece. I shall then play it a second time with the tempo backed off about 20%, just so you can see what's going on a bit more easily and watch out for the sort of timing elements. And then finally I shall play it a third time, again with the backing track still slowed down, but my own volume turned down, so you've got a visual reference of where you are in the song, but you can use the slightly slower backing track to practice the song along to. Okay, here we go.
Glitter Ballz. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, right. Right, first thing, you're starting around an E7 chord, but there's a couple of notes in it that suggest what's called an E sus4 chord. So, although it's all open strings, the first nearly couple of bars, play it with an E chord in place, okay? Reason being, you've got that coming up in bar 2. So what you need to do, if you cover that chord, the E chord there, what it allows you to do is, if you accidentally catch, for instance, the open A string, you're not going to be playing wrong notes. It's still going to fit harmonically with what you're supposed to be playing. So, what you need to do, when you play the first bar, into the second bar, then all you need to do is, from that E chord, put your little finger on, at the second fret on your G string, and then straight back down to the open E again. Makes it a nice clean way of playing it, okay? On the second line you've got your first B7 chord coming in there. Again, watch out for the dynamics. You've got a build there, okay? You've got a hairpin going to forte. So when you fret your B7, second fret on the A, first fret on the D, second fret on the G, open B, and get your little finger ready at the second fret on the F sharp on your top E string. Now you play the lower part of the chord, and then the whole chord on the last bar of the second line. Right, now the kind of chord riff that's going on here. In order to play this cleanly, you need to use the right fingers, okay? So start off just with your first finger at the first fret on your G string, and then use your second and third fingers to play the second chord, the 2 second frets, and then swap back over as you go up, so your second finger stays on the G string and goes up to the 4th fret, and your first finger comes down to the D note, the 3rd fret on your B string, and then swap back again to your 3rd finger on the B string when you go back down. And get used to that movement, and don't start trying to actually play along with the track until you can do that smoothly. Make sure you always use the same finger. Right, when you go to the second section where it's changing to an A7 chord, first finger again on the second fret of your B string, then use your first finger on the top E string and your second finger on the B string, and the last chord you want to swap over to your 3rd finger to play the 5th fret on the B string, and again, get used to using those same fingers each time. And back to the first lot. Right, the rhythm's a bit tricky on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th line. B7 again. Now, the little kind of rock and roll bit takes a bit used to getting the timing right on it, because the first note is on the last quaver of the previous bar. So when you play that section, make sure you get that that first note on that last quaver rather than on the beat. So we should end up with. So it's knocking everything forward a little bit, so be careful of that timing. Then you repeat the whole section. Right, the last bit, quite tricky this bit. Again, just from a timing point of view, it's quite hard to work out where it's all going. It looks fairly easy on paper, when you come to play it, it's quite tricky. Now, important thing here again is you've got a unison slide first of all. So you're going from an A note on the G string up to a B, and you're playing your open B string with it. So you need to make sure you've got both of those strings ringing together. And the slide again. And again. That's the hard bit, okay? So what you've got to do, then jump your third finger up to the 4th fret on your D string, then use your first finger to play both the second frets on the D and A string. Let me play it one more time. Then back to the normal part again. Finishing on an E chord. Now sound-wise, you want probably your bridge pickup, a bit of distortion, not too heavy though, don't go crazy, and you know, just make sure it's crunchy but not really heavy. You're not talking heavy metal here, this is supposed to be glam rock, okay? So a bit of distortion but don't go crazy, a little bit spiky but not heavy metal. Right, I'll play the song again now with the tempo backed off a fraction.
Glitter Ballz. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Time with my own volume turned right down.
Glitter Ballz. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
we go.